This show is brought to you by Millennium Tree Stands, Extreme Archery Products, and Ramcat Broadheads.
Welcome to Reality Hunt Club. In this webisode, we're here with my science fair project. Me and my dad just finished it, and I want to show you it around. And it's called, Does the Amount of Rainfall Affect the Antler Growth in White-tailed Deer? Huh?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned! Me and my dad thought of this concept. Does the amount of rainfall affect the antler growth in white-tailed deer? And we've been working on it for the past couple weeks, and this is how it turned out. Now, the purpose is, does the amount of rainfall affect the antler growth in white-tailed deer? And then my hypothesis is that I think the year of the most rainfall is going to be bigger antlers. And then my background research, I just put facts about the antler growth, and I put in the buck scoring data collection tool, which is what we use to collect the data. You should check it out. Hopefully my dad puts it in the description.
I will. It's buck score from Mississippi State, Jeremy Flynn, right?
Go Jeremy! And then my procedures is that we researched the rain database and got 3 years of rainfall for Middle Georgia, where we got our deer pictures from, above average, average, and below average. And then we looked through the pictures and picked out the bucks that were around 3 years old, and then we measured them.
2 to 3 years old. We went through trail camera photos.
And then after we measured them, we compiled the results and drew the conclusions. And the materials...
We compiled the results. We used Jeremy's buck score software to measure them.
And then the materials we used were a computer, of course, trail camera photos of deer, buck score software made by Jeremy, and then rain data, the rain data for the past 2 years, so that we knew the amount of rainfall. And then the data collection, we collected the average rainfall per year for the past 5 years was 45 inches. And then we have a table right here saying the above average year is 2009 with 61.60 inches, and the average in 2010 was 44.13 inches. Big change. And then the below average in 2011 was 33.14 inches. So naturally you'd think the one above average would have bigger antlers. And then right here we have the conclusion, which says the student's hypothesis stated that I thought the year of the above average was going to have more antler growth, but actually the year average was more. So it was kind of a shocker.
Show the results and go over the results in the middle. Pull the tab back a little bit so they can see.
Okay, so right here we have the results. And
so there's the 3 bucks for 2009, right?
Right. We kind of gave names to a few of them. My dad picked up the names. So, Tweety.
You ain't got to go over the names. Okay. But just show the 2009 and the 2010 and 2011.
Okay, yeah. This one, Tweety, got 103.34 inches. I like saying the names.
Just don't say. Just keep going. We're just saying that's how we did it with the 3
that's how we did
photos.
it.
Now show the conclusions
Now
with the average. What was 2009 the above average?
the above average was 107.55 inches, and then the average was 111.03 inches, and then the below average was 100.92 inches. So the average.
So what can you draw from that conclusion?
That the average year had more antler growth than the above average.
That's right, but obviously the rainfall affects the amount of antler growth. We thought the above average would be more, or would be wetter, and we'd have more growth, but you can't grow more plants just because it's wet, more wet. Plus some of the deer we chose could be bad genetic deer in the average year, in the above average year versus good genetic deer in the average year. So it could have been genetics, age structure, the difference between the above average and the average. Not only, it could have been an outside factor, but we did prove the point that rain does affect the antler growth, right?
Right.
And that was the whole point of this, which makes logical sense. But now that we backed it up with scientific data, doing this compilation of pictures and all, right?
Right.
Did you have fun doing it?
I had fun doing it.
So when you're growing white-tailed deer, your rain and your soil, your water and your soil really affects your potential of your deer. A big chunk of your potential. It's not all just it's genetics, your age structure, but your rainfall and which affects your growth and your plants and the pH level in your soil, how good your soil quality is good. The nutrition is going to affect how your deer grow. So we thought we'd bring this to you guys, a little bit interesting. I'm proud of Tad and our science fair project that we worked on, and just gave us a chance to compile the data.
And one more thing.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Jeremy, because without you, none of this would have been possible.
What about your daddy getting all these pictures?
I did all the work.
No. What about your daddy getting all the pictures?
I did all the work.
Let me see if I can get in here. So this is what it's all about. So, yeah, thanks for the Bucks Core software. Anyway, thought this was interesting. A little bit different than what we normally do. So we thought we'd bring it to you. We're by no means biologists, and there's nowhere near scientific proof that this does, but if you think about it, it makes sense. And last year was a drought conditioned year across the country, and everybody you talked to talked about how antlers were down. And we're in a semi-drought in 2012, and some places were really drought in the Midwest where they lost all the corn and all. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of antler growth they get out of there. So thanks for Tad for bringing this Reality Hunt Club episode. And go to Facebook and like us. Leave us comments on Facebook. Leave us comments on YouTube. And we're going to bring more webisodes coming in the future, and a little bit different every time. So thanks for watching Reality Hunt Club. Or do you want to say that?
Thanks for watching Reality Hunt Club.
Stay tuned.
Bye.
If you like this show, check out our other shows at hunt365.tv.